Adam and Clara moved forward along the road. It crested a great hill, and the two figured that it would be a fine place to stop for a while. The clear day began to darken, and they both turned their head. Clara rose as she heard a voice, one like music. She took a step forward, as a light shone down from above. Shrouded in it was a figure that spun like a wheel set within a wheel. Adam's mouth fell agape, while Clara bowed her head and prayed. Welcome to Mythical Phylogeny Adventures. I'm your guide, Jason. Today we turn our attention to one of the denizens of heaven, the Ophanim. These are angels from Judeo-Christian beliefs. They are often seen beside cherubim and seraphim, each of them having a rank within the angelic hierarchy. The exact order is contested between scholars, though. Regardless, each class of angel serves within their own realm and purpose. These different classes are called thrones, sometimes spelled Ophanim or Ophanim, and also called Galgalim. The first time we read of them is in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verses 15 through 21, when they appeared before the prophet. The King James Version is as follows. As I looked at the living creature, I saw a wheel on the ground. Beside each creature was its 4 faces. This was the appearance and structure of the wheels. They sparkled like beryl, and all 4 looked alike. Each appeared to be made like a wheel, intersecting a wheel. As they moved, they would go in any one of the 4 directions the creatures faced. The wheels did not change directions as the creature went. Their rims were high and awesome, and all 4 rims were full of eyes all around. When the living creature moved, the wheels beside them moved, and when the living creature rose from the ground, the wheels also rose. Wherever the spirit would go, they would go, and the wheels would rise along with them, because the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. When the creature moved, they also moved. When the creatures stood still, they also stood still. And when the creatures rose from the ground, the wheels rose along with them, because the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. It is the Dead Sea Scroll that claim they are angels, as well as the book of Enoch, chapter 61, verse 10, chapter 71, verse 7. So, to simplify them a bit, they are comprised of a series of wheels set within each other. On the outside of the wheels are their eyes. They are all-seeing, able to comprehend all existence, and even come closest to God's understanding. The wheels of their body are able to move independently of each other. They are said to be sleepless. There are 2 jobs that they are said to hold, guardians of the throne of God, alongside the seraphim. But more importantly, they are called upon as divine messengers. There are often said to be 4 of them, and they are the very wheels of God's chariot. Okay, now to answer the question, what are they? Well, their design is biologically impossible by any known means. But these are divine angels, and I am left to assume that they follow a completely different set of rules. Now, based on most myths, the true forms of divine entities, be them gods or angels, are often beyond the comprehension of mortals. And this bizarre appearance is the result of your mind attempting to comprehend a portion of their divine will. The idea of wheels is meant to represent motion, always moving. You could say that they are the wheels of heaven in a sense, keeping things spinning and proceeding as is God's will. In this sense, it is why we see the Ophanim as a wheeled shape. Assuming that this is not the case, there is a rather crazy theory that exists. If you have heard of ancient astronaut theory, under this concept, Ophanim or in fact a type of construct. A golem or a spaceship. Yeah, it's a crazy one. They are said to look like they're made of beryl. It is a crystalline mineral comprised of beryllium, aluminum, and silicate. This includes emeralds and aquamarine. Now, perfect beryl is clear, but the color comes from impurities. Ophanim are said to be wreathed in flames, which could come from its body, which means a red, orange, and yellow color. That means a mixture of golden beryl or heliodor for yellow. Morganite is a pink color, but can have orange and yellow variants. And lastly, red beryl. And that particular variant is almost only found in North America. Only a few deposits elsewhere in the world, which means we could remove the red color. Edit. But is there a better color? Can we predict its color? Can we predict its color if it isn't getting it from the flames? How would this region describe beryl at this time? From what I can find, amongst the most common types of beryl found in this region are emeralds and aquamarine. Golden beryl is found more in Africa, so you could take that out. Pink beryl is found on the outer edges of the region, so possible. So emerald and aquamarine sound like the most likely here. But why beryl? Well, it was considered a sacred gem, often used by seers and in divination. It is the stone of prophecies. Now, Ophanim was said to be all-seeing. They could even understand God's divine will. In that sense, it is truly a perfect gem for such an angel. Would you not agree? I mean, it did appear to the prophet Ezekiel, right? And no, not all angels look like this. The seraphim are six-winged humanoids, with 2 wings covering their face and 2 more covering their feet, while cherubim have multiple wings but also multiple faces. However, the more traditional winged humanoid does date back to the 4th century in European artwork and literature. This form was influenced by Zoroastrian religious beliefs. One of their divine spirits is called Amesha Spentus, and the Fravashi are the predecessors for the guardian angels, though the Yazatas may be the closest to the modern idea of an angel. If you are in a battle against the Ophanim, you are probably against all of heaven. And basically, if you are a mere mortal, completely screwed. The Ophanim are one of the guards of the throne of God, which means they are going to be incredibly powerful. They are all-seeing, which means stealth and tricks are out of the question. I highly doubt a blindness spell or a cloud of darkness is going to help you escape its sight. Now, it isn't usually mentioned with arms, and that makes me think spells are its main method of attack. I am willing to bet these aren't going to be nice little cantrips. Wouldn't you? No, this is a messenger of God, which means there is a very high chance of smiting going on, potentially disaster level spells. To further impede the situation, they are literally the wheels of God's chariot. So how fast can they go? Almost certainly faster than you. Good luck dodging. And I'd wager a barrier spell wouldn't hold up too long. Lastly, it is said to look like it is made of beryl, a gemstone. That right there is going to limit attacks, assuming no divine protection, and there probably is. That will take force to get through. Oh, and I'm not even sure what constitutes an injury here. What even are its vital organs? Oh, and they may be in groups, including seraphim. Yeah, when it comes to Ophanim, good luck. They are clearly a 10 out of 10 difficulty for a mortal. Certain death seems like the most plausible outcome. Your best chance is if you are not a mere mortal. But most encounters will be when they are sent as messengers from above. Their arrival can be grand. I promise that you will not miss it. Even if you are blind in death, you'll know, you'll feel it. Now, what to do when you meet them? Well, at the very least, shut up and listen. They aren't visiting you for nothing. They have something to tell you. Then you need to decide what to do about it. They came to you to do something. That will depend on what their message is. You should take this as a divine quest, which you must seek out. They will bestow a quest or guidance. Remember, their purpose is to guide you to God's will. It may not be an easy path, but it will be a virtuous one. Clara bowed in acknowledgement of the Ophanim's message. A divine quest which she was charged with. Find Marcosius and banish it. Adam scratched his mind, but could not recognize the name. As the angel departed, he looked to the cleric, lost on what to do. The Ophanim are an interesting sort of divine creature. Would you not agree? It is a rather unique form, to say the least. Thank you for watching, adventurers. Please return next time for a class evaluation of the Ranger. Until then, I'll see you on the roads.